Hey, this is Dee who's living on highvibe.com, and today I wanted to do an update about being off of caffeine for over a year. So in fact, it's been 1 year and 3 months. And the reason why I wanted to do this update is because I get asked quite a lot online as well as offline. So if I've not seen somebody, I would run into them, or we would catch up and they're like, oh, are you still off caffeine? Are you still not drinking coffee? Coffee is so awesome, etc. Anyway, so I decided it would be a good idea to do an update. Before we start, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification, like this video. I do videos that help you raise your vibration. Anyway, so I had my ons and offs with caffeine for quite some time, and the first time I quit caffeine was in 2017. I didn't drink caffeine from, I think it was like mid-April 2017 until approximately mid-March 2018, and then I started drinking coffee again, and then I just got into the habit and into excessive drinking of caffeine and coffee. Basically, it was coffee, sometimes tea, lots of chocolate, etc. And yeah, and then I decided to quit by kind of like, the trigger was by accident. I missed a film set because there was a massive issue with like, there was an Amber Alert in New York City on the subway. Some kid got lost, and me and a group of others basically came late to our shoot, and instead of us letting in the break room to grab a cup of coffee, we had to go straight to set and survive without coffee until like afternoon. And that was kind of, for me, oh, this is a sign from the heavens. So that was basically, that's the history of it. So now that was end of October 2019, and now it's end of January 2021, and I'm doing really good without coffee. So it's not that much about the physical substance, it's just the main thing is that it definitely gives you freedom what you do in the morning with your time, and that is really freeing, because I can right now wake up in the morning and be basically high on life. I don't need the hit from caffeine. I wake up, I do my meditations, I do my Wim Hof breathing exercises, then sometimes I stretch, sometimes I don't, and very often I just do breathing exercise and then just start working. And if I do my stretches, I would drink hot lemon with hot apple cider vinegar, sometimes ginger and turmeric, and sometimes I would drink that while I'm basically working, and sometimes I would skip and do a coffee substitute. So I've graduated to coffee substitute, which is predominantly ground chicory. It brews very similarly to coffee, so if you want to really have a kind of like a morning ritual where you involve something that looks like coffee and is a lot more healthy, then I would suggest you check out chicory. You can get ground chicory around the world, like in Eastern Europe, for example, it's a staple. In the US, you'll need to check out all kind of French roasters down in Louisiana. So basically, it's part of New Orleans coffee. So it's super tasty. Also, you can do delicious cold brew. And yeah, so I stick to that. But there are days I'm like, dude, I just don't feel like doing it, and or I don't have milk. I prefer to drink chicory with milk. Sometimes black, you know. Yeah, and just the freedom and just the feeling of being in control, and actually being in control of your time, that you're not addicted to going to coffee shop or brewing something, or then having this shot. And also, it's, you know, it doesn't lower your vibration. So caffeine is something that will put you in a tunnel vision, because it affects adrenal glands, it affects all the hormones, stress hormones, and it lowers immediately your vibe, and it's going to trick you pretty easily that you're actually raising your vibe and that you have quote-unquote energy, and you actually don't. So that's pretty much that. Also, my sleep is really good. I sleep like a baby. I don't stress as much. It's just like, it's very subtle, but at this point it's been 1 year 3 months, and I just feel like it's kind of that's my new status quo. So one thing that was really getting on my nerves when I was thinking about not drinking coffee was how are people going to react. And now, well, at first it was like, oh, you don't drink coffee, oh, that's weird, right? But now that I have grown into this state of being a non-coffee drinker, or non, how do you say that I don't drink coffee, you know what I mean? Then whenever I now have this conversation with someone, it's just like, oh, okay, because it's part of me. It's just like, for example, if I talk to someone, it would be like somebody tells me, hey, why do you not take drugs? Like, you know, it would be an odd question. It's just like, I don't know if it makes sense, but you know what I mean. It's like, it's part of me now that I don't drink coffee or any type of caffeine or energy drink in the morning or during the day. So people don't even ask me any questions that much. Sometimes like, yeah, why not? And then I'm telling them the whole story or just a hint of it, and we have a discussion and we move on. And I was thinking that is going to affect my social life, but you will be surprised that people at the end of the day will be very willing to accommodate, let's say, coffee shops that sell also herbal teas. People will be accommodating whatever they offer you when you go to their homes. You know, similar to some weird parties, if I know that nobody eats certain food, or that's gonna be, or everybody drinks, like when I used to drink, I would be pretty picky about my alcohol, and I would go to a party and I would know that they will not have the type of alcohol I want, and I would take my own alcohol. Anyways, now when I travel, I know that I'm going to be visiting people for longer periods of time. I know that they will not have coffee, so I pack my chicory or pack herbal teas. Yeah, problem solved. So yeah, and by the way, I don't drink alcohol anymore either, so I guess that's another topic. Yeah, so yeah, I would suggest that if you want to have really more peaceful life, more even status quo during the day, like your energy level is very even, like right now in the morning my energy is the same as in the evening, and I feel like I can actually work more and be focused for extended periods of time. If you want to have these benefits, and there are tons of benefits, like there are allegedly benefits, you know, there are studies which are actually, bulk of them are sponsored by the coffee industry. These studies say, hey, yeah, there are like some crazy benefits from drinking coffee, blah blah blah, etc. Like antioxidants, you're going to be avoiding Alzheimer's, you're going to be living longer, avoiding heart attacks and whatnot. So, and it turns out that many of these studies have been done by the so-called big coffee, right? And you can take them with a grain of salt. So whatever positives caffeine would be giving me, it doesn't outweigh the negatives it would be giving me. So no, hard pass. So yeah, I suggest that if you're looking into quitting caffeine and now it's kind of like, damn, you know, it's too much to do, then yeah, just give it a go. Anyways, I want to quit this video right now because there are some kids and they're super annoying and screaming, so I kind of have a hint that when I ice ball me or snowball me, so so I want to protect my equipment and get a heck out of here. And yeah, I'll shoot another video tomorrow. All right guys, see you next time. Cheers.